How you feel, Connor?
Feel great.
It's just you and me. Just you and I. Is it just you and I? Sharing our world.
I don't know that song.
You shouldn't know that song because you're not 104. So it's just us.
Yep.
Dad! Nope, he's not here.
Not here. Party time.
Sorry, buddy. Dad's gone. Dad had to leave. Can you handle? You feel good?
I feel great.
I wasn't prepared for this to happen today, so I didn't fully prepare initiation.
I don't think anyone was. I think we had a meeting yesterday and we talked about next week.
And I thought it was next month, personally.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't implement things right away. I never
Or
do.
ever.
Or ever. So I was unaware that this was happening so quickly. But I think we are in good shape. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to have some good ideas, and we'll get into a good routine and rhythm. Yeah. So is anyone sane? And you feel free to, before I jump into what would you do, which I have a fun segment for, we have about 15 minutes before, what's his name? Charlie gets here. Yeah, so I just want to make sure that you and I are on the same page. You feel comfortable. Lance, oh my God, I'm already calling you Lance. Darren, do you feel comfortable with Connor at the helm?
I don't know if Darren's here yet.
By the helm, I mean in second place.
Yeah.
Did you put the Periscope comments onto your phone?
No, I'm doing all the retweeting now. I'm trying to get a grasp of everything Lance does behind the camera. And because usually, when I'm like yesterday when I was behind it, I didn't do any of the retweeting.
You have to do some.
So I'm learning that now.
Okay. So I'll let you go do your work.
It's
just like Lance being here.
I'm here.
Where I ask a question, and he's like, I'm busy retweeting. I can't be talking to you right now. I was watching Mike this morning over on ESPN, and they had this. I'm not going to just tell you that I came up with this on my own, but I will tell you I made up some of the what would you do. It was based on some study that they had, or that some university did, which was, would you rather run the marathon or blank? Now, 26.2 miles. And it's not a hypothetical. You would actually have to get up and run 26.2 miles in whatever shape or whatever condition you are currently in. Okay? So listen carefully, guys. I will take this one at a time. You tell me what you think. Would you rather run the marathon or have no sex for 6 months? So, jump in there with your suggestion.
Yeah.
Connor, quick, yours. Run the marathon because you have a hamstring and you'll probably kill yourself. You can't even run 40-yard dash. You broke your hamstring. Run the marathon or no sex for 6 months.
I think I would. I think I would have to run the marathon.
Okay.
It might take me 10 hours.
Yeah, you can walk it.
Yeah.
In a wheelchair if you had to.
Yeah, that sounds. But yeah, I'm in a relationship now, and she would probably break up with me or something.
It would be terrible. 6 months. Okay. Are you done retweeting? Should I see if anyone else?
Yeah, I'm done. Laurie K says it would take me 6 months to run a marathon.
So you're wild.
So it's same thing.
Same thing.
TJ Mueller marathon all day. Rendine agrees with Laurie.
Okay, number 2. Would you rather run the marathon or shave your head?
I've never shaved my head.
I would shave my head at this point. Yeah.
I would.
I wish I could run the marathon.
I would
never be able to walk again if I ran the marathon.
Yeah, I would shave my head.
I would shave my head.
Yeah. Charles, Ren Bean says go bald. Charles Mayer says shave everything.
Alright, consensus is we'd rather shave head than run the marathon, but we'd rather run the marathon than give up sex for 6 months.
Yeah.
Number 3, would you rather run the marathon or gain 20 pounds?
I could probably use 20 pounds.
I would rather die than gain 20 pounds. I would somehow crawl the marathon, muscle my way through it. 100% marathon all the way.
Charles and I are on the same page. Gain 20.
What would women do?
Ren Bean says, I just lost 40, I'll run.
Good for you, Ren.
Darren says, run, Connor, run. I don't know.
Darren, would you rather run the marathon or give up sex for 6 months?
TJ Mueller says he'd rather run the marathon. Doesn't want any more weight. And Judy 1534 said she would rather shave her head and no more weight gain. Our Brozak says run a marathon, I guess, instead of weight gain. And Eliza Horner says definitely run.
Run the marathon. Okay.
And Darren says I'll run with a Big Mac in hand.
Okay. Perfect. So most people say I'd rather run the marathon than give up sex for 6 months. Most people say they would rather shave their head than run the marathon. What about gaining 20 pounds? You all said, most of you said you would rather run the marathon than gain 20 pounds.
Sarah Dunsapolsky said gain.
Gain 20 pounds rather than run the marathon?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ready? Next one. Would you rather run the marathon or give up beer for a year?
I would run the marathon.
You run the marathon.
Well, I keep forgetting about my leg. I can't. It's like, the question then turns into, would you rather give up beer for a year and never walk for the rest of your life?
Right. That's basically the question. I can't because my knee. I would never walk again.
Yeah.
So it has to be in the current state you're in to wake up tomorrow and run the marathon or give up beer for a year.
Okay, well, Lisa Kusi says, give up beer, there's always vodka.
Okay.
And then...
but Lisa, what about gaining 20 pounds? Would you rather run the marathon or gain 20 pounds?
Charles says, never ever give up beer.
I'll take the latter for everything.
Judy 1534 says no beer. Our Brozak still says he'd shave. Or she.
Okay.
Arita Carter definitely run a marathon. Our Brozak marathon.
You guys are taking the marathon over
yeah, Sarah
no beer for a year.
Donspolsky, no beer. I think Lisa's saying she would rather run a marathon than gain.
All right, you ready for this?
Darren says beer served after the marathon.
Would you rather run the marathon or not shower for 2 weeks and you can't tell anybody what you're doing? You have to walk around all day stinking like a freak, or run the marathon?
I'm gonna be stinky.
Ew, it's so nasty.
It's nasty, but I like, the more I think about it.
2 weeks?
The more I think about it, I can't run.
You would die.
I would die.
Yeah, you would die.
My leg might fall off in the middle.
I don't know. I guess I thought most people would that the shower and no shower would be terrible.
Here's a question. Anonymous says, do you have to finish the marathon?
You have to finish, so it can take you as long as it takes you.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're walking, it could take you 3 days.
Lisa Akusi says, I work at home, so I could do no shower.
You can do no Lisa will do anything not to run the marathon.
Charles Mayer says, love being stinky, then die running.
Oh.
Judy says, I would run. LGH 2222 says, stink like a freak. Oh my god, LOL, too funny. Arita Carter just wants to run that marathon.
Arita, you go run, girl, boy, whatever. Is it a girl?
Girl.
Girl. All right, you ready? Would you rather run the marathon or go shoe shopping with your girlfriend for an hour? And for women, I bet you have to go to, like, I'm being very stereotypical when I say this, but I'm trying to think of something that would bore me. So I'll say go to the gardening section of Home Depot for an hour, for 4 hours, like looking for like plants and 2x4s.
Just for 1 hour?
No, for 4 hours. 4 hours. And you have to be in it. Yeah. I'd rather run the marathon. I physically can't do it. When my parents talk about how they're like, what are you guys doing today? Oh, your father and I picked up some bougainvillea, and this is what they hear on the other side. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try your call again. I physically cannot hear about gardening. It's literally the most boring thing in the world to me.
So maybe for people who would want to go shoe shopping, it's not shoe shopping.
No, for the people who want to go shoe shopping, you have to like
gardening.
It's gardening or listening to 2x4s, the thickness of wood.
Yeah, shopping for different types.
Yeah, but you, Connor, would be like shoe shopping for 4.5 hours, where you're waiting and they're trying on shoes and you're holding bags. And you're waiting and they're trying on shoes and you're holding more bags. Oh, hold on. on Super Bowl Sunday?
Oh, I'm running. No chance. Yeah, I'll lose my leg for that.
Okay, that's it. On Super Bowl Sunday,
Yeah. Oh,
shoe shopping or run the marathon.
I don't know if it could get any worse than that.
You would limp the marathon.
Yeah, I would have went the marathon. I would wake up at like 4 a.m. just to make sure I catch
And
the
be
Super
done
Bowl.
3 days.
Yeah. Ren Bean says she'll run. And Judy says shoe shopping, definitely, but I feel like
But she doesn't
she
mind
wants
it.
to go shoe
Yeah.
shopping. So, I don't know if that works.
Okay, here's one. Ready?
Yep.
Would you rather run the marathon? You know those big vats, like those big industrial, like ice cream vats, where they put ice cream in the big plastic containers? Like when they scoop out, when you pick the ice cream and they scoop it out, if you lift it up, it's like this much.
All right.
Would you rather run the marathon
Oh, God.
or separate salt from pepper in one of those big vats?
Is that possible?
My brother had to do that when he got hazed at Cornell.
No way.
Salt and pepper. I would rather die.
I'd rather do salt and pepper.
You would?
Anonymous agrees, salt and pepper.
Do you guys understand? You mix salt and pepper together, you barely see it. It looks great. You have to sit there and separate salt from pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds horrible. Marathon, pepper makes me sneeze from TJ. One Big Jewel says no sex for 6 months still. I don't know.
She's like, I'm still horrified by no sex for 6 months.
And then TJ Mueller, I have enough allergies as it is. Anonymous says he must be really good at running marathons. Jenna, Ren Bean picks death.
Can't pick death. These are just things you would do. We picked the marathon. It was actually, now that I think about it, an elliptical company that came up with the study. No, study, I guess the poll, of what would you rather do. And it was very interesting. Oh my God, it makes me tired thinking about running the marathon. And then some of these were ones that were mentioned on the show. Others of them weren't. And the last one is, would you rather... Is there more comment on that one?
Yeah, sorry.
Everything okay?
Yeah. R. Burzak says I would drink a lot of beer and shop, I guess, for the shoes.
Yeah. Even on Super Bowl Sunday?
I guess so. Arita Cardoso, funny, run marathon still. Judy 1534, I run marathon instead of salt and pepper, I guess.
Salt and pepper's brutal. My friend Marnie they mixed rainbow sprinkles, and her and like 6 girls over this thing had to sit there and separate the rainbow sprinkles, which is better than what my brother had to do.
Yeah,
to
that's
separate salt and pepper.
a little better. It's much bigger than salt and pepper grains,
Yeah.
but still, I mean,
Awful.
that's
Brutal. It gives me a headache to think about it. I can barely read the font on my iPhone. There's no way I'm separating salt from pepper. But I never went through hazing. You know what? Maybe later, if we have time, we'll talk about... I'd love to know the hazing secrets. You guys, you sorority and fraternity people, are so secret about your little, like, what we did. You won't say anything or tell me. I dated this guy in college. His name was Rob Jackson. And they put him... It was up in Geneseo, New York, which is a freezing town up near Rochester. They put him in an anorak, thin windbreaker, in the middle of the night. They blindfolded them. They drove 45 minutes away from the school and they dumped him in the snow with shorts and an anorak, blindfolded, and made them find their way back. Anyway, he got mono. Ugh. Mono! Like, that's no playing around.
No, it's not. Amber Brand says, I know what sorority that was with the rainbow sprinkles. Oh, well.
Oh, you probably know which one that was. That's the one Marnie did with the rainbow sprinkles. I guess that's a national sorority thing. Like, that's known for them.
Maybe. She says my sorority couldn't haze because they got kicked off campus years prior to my time because of hazing.
Amber. You are in the devilish, like, hazing one.
Yeah.
See, I could say that because she's not my therapist.
Right.
So I can be flirty and friendly and whatever I want with Amber now. Right, Amber?
She said hashtag Jewish LOL.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, last one that I have. Actually, why don't you ask Charlie his ETA?
Sure.
And while you do that, I will bring up this last one, and then I'll bring up another one. Maybe it's not the last one. Would you rather, and tell me if I'm getting crazy here, would you rather run the marathon tomorrow in the current shape you're in right now, I don't even know how to say this. Or kiss a member of the same sex.
Wait, but that doesn't apply for you though.
I mean, of the opposite sex. To
Okay,
which
so
you are
whichever one that
currently.
you're not.
Yes. So if you're straight, you'd have to kiss a guy or run a marathon with your hobbled and broken hamstring.
I think.
Be honest with me, Connor.
I really think I'd have to run the marathon just because, like, if I said, someone's like, have you ever run the marathons? Like, no, I had the opportunity, but I just kissed the guy.
I kissed a guy instead.
like what?
Worst answer to the question ever. Worst answer. I bet you all the men would say run the marathon and all the women would say I'd rather kiss a woman.
Let's see.
Or my straight
Eliza says just a peck, no big deal.
Nah, not just a peck, Eliza. Not just a peck. You got to get all up in there. All right, you got to make it look believable,
Yeah,
like an episode of West Wing.
I think I'm running the.
Think you're running the marathon?
Yeah. I mean, like, I was on the border if it was just a peck. Like, I was like, it's.
Not just a peck.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, it's got to last at least 3 seconds. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana. That's how long it has to last. 3-second kiss.
I didn't see your comment, Darren. Anonymous says I'd kiss a guy, and then next 1, 2, 3 said, let's not get weird now.
Let's not get weird now. It's not weird.
LJH, no, it's not weird. LJH said kiss, no marathon. One Big Jules said totally kiss.
Totally kiss.
Party quadruple 0007 something said hello from Michigan. Rimbean, I would. Anonymous.
You would what, Rimbean? Anonymous says what?
Anonymous said, what about you, Jenna? What would you do? And then what I was laughing at was Darren said, as long as it's Lance.
Oh God! Now that Lance is going to play the role of Connor, everything is about Lance. I would. What are the, okay, so I would probably kiss a guy over running the marathon because I have a bad knee. But I'm trying to tell you the things I would do a marathon over. I would kiss a guy rather than run the marathon. I would shave my head rather than run the marathon. I would probably give up no sex for 6 months. I would not gain 20 pounds. I would rather run the marathon and destroy my knee for the rest of my life than gain 20 pounds. I could give up beer for a year. I would not want to go without a shower for 2 weeks. So I'd rather run the marathon than not shower. This is a tough one. To go gardening shopping at Home Depot on Super Bowl Sunday,
Yeah, that's
I don't
tough.
know if I could do it. I think I'd rather run the marathon. And separating salt from pepper, I'd rather kill myself. So I'd
Darren
run the
said he would
marathon.
only kiss you. Is that a better answer?
Yeah, but you want to kiss me.
Yeah, Darren.
That doesn't count, Darren. Darren, you have to kiss John from Cherry Hill.
That would be good. That's a good one. Would you rather kiss John from
Cherry Hill or...
Run a marathon?
All right, so that was today's installment of Would You Rather. I think we should do a Would You Rather every day.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, so let's write that down. This is our list of ideas. Now that Lance is in here, we're going to do a list of show ideas. Number 1, every day, Would You Rather. Okay?
Yep.
And at night, you and I will go over Would You Rather. We'll come up with a bunch of them and we'll just pick. Okay. Done. You're putting out some sort of fire, but you're not telling me what the fire is. So already you're acting like Lance.
There's
What?
Darren says John and I already made out.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a connection issue with Periscope, and we're figuring it out.
Who's telling you that?
People here and myself on my phone.
Oh.
Eric Cole says, what's wrong with your knee? I've messed up my knee too.
So I played years of volleyball, like as a crazy athlete who had no business playing as hardcore as I played, and did a lot of diving up in the air and landing and not landing properly for many years before I fully learned. So I lost a lot of like good cartilage in my knee. I have like grade 3 or 4 arthritis in my right knee because of it. So when I run too much, if I run more than 5 miles, it is excruciating. When I started doing those Spartan races, I mean, I would just get up and go and run them. They're like 6 miles with 20 obstacles up a ski mountain, basically. By the time I was done coming down the mountain, every time I took a step, it was like like searing knives going into my kneecap. I mean, the last one the last one before I figured out how to take care of it, I was basically hobbling on one leg and carrying my other leg down the mountain. And now I will wear a knee brace, and I will pop like 4 or 5 Advil, and I'll rub it with this like anti-inflammatory, literally 5 seconds before I run up the mountain, and I'm able to do it, and it actually works out okay. So I figured that out. I don't run a ton of Spartan races, but I don't want to have to do that every time I go running. So I think if I ran the marathon, I would just die. Like death. I think it would be death.
Yeah.
Full-on
Like
death.
the show to you.
Yeah. What did Charlie say?
Charlie must be parking right now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, no, he said he's here, yeah.
Oh, good. All right, so let's take a break, and we're going to come back and reset fully with Charlie DiFrancesco, who is sort of our mastermind gym, fitness, health, and wellness guy. Let's see what he wants to talk about today. So get your questions ready.
Judy says, I love Would You Rather. Great idea.
Thanks, Judy. If you have any other ideas, let us know.
Eric Cole says his knee pain was from wrestling, 1 microscopic surgery, and 15 still have half-inch cartridge tear. Speaking of, I have a doctor appointment this afternoon also.
All right, let's pause it. Charlie's here, and we'll come back. Thanks, guys. Come in, Charlie. Make sure it's can you double check?